The world is changing so quickly now that we don't necessarily know what we're going to need to build tomorrow. And the only thing you can build today, if you don't know what you need to build tomorrow, is a team that can build anything.
So right now, what does your day-to-day look like as a chief product officer?
I mean, it's a typical answer was mostly meetings.
Yeah.
There's
and
a little,
podcasts.
yeah, I mean, I guess I hate
podcasts, I know,
there
right?
was a meeting on my calendar that was like, you're recording a live podcast. No,
That'll be live. Come on now.
yeah. So we mostly, I think there's kind of three big pillars. One is, strategy and direction and alignment and kind of decision making. We have a couple of rituals. Like every week we do what we call EPD review, which is a review meeting where anyone can kind of sign up and help get decisions made. We have a couple other rituals. I do like a Q&A every week, and we do these fireside chats. Friday, my favorite ritual is we do demo days. Every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific, we do demo days. And it's my favorite meeting, not of the week, not of my time at Vercel. It's my favorite meeting I've ever attended. And we do it every week.
Nice.
And it's just anybody can sign up. Anyone from across the company can sign up. Just present anything you worked on that you want to share with the company. So anyway, that's kind of one piece, is like strategy, alignment, and shared rituals. Another piece is just supporting the team. I meet with as much of the team as possible very regularly and just try to help unblock and provide clarity and et cetera. And then the last piece is hiring. We're hiring at Vercel. So helping to build and grow the organization. One of the things I repeated ad nauseum to anybody who will listen is, the world is changing so quickly now that we don't necessarily know what we're going to need to build tomorrow. And the only thing you can build today, if you don't know what you need to build tomorrow, is a team that can build anything.
Right.
So we're building up this team that can really flex and move into whatever different area we need to. And I call us lowercase a agile, not agile the philosophy, but just like we're really, really agile. We move from thing to thing. Agile. Yeah, we move very fast here. Man, I was at Facebook during the move fast and break things days. I thought we moved fast. Vercel moves so much faster than Facebook ever moved in my time there. Wow. The early days might have been faster, but yeah, we move really fast.
Yeah, but it's a different scale of organization. But you are growing very fast, right? Vercel has grew drastically over the past 2 years, I think.
In terms of number of employees, I think we're growing, but we're not growing that quickly. We're around 600 employees total. Yeah. Interestingly, we're kind of globally distributed. I think during very heavy growth phases during COVID, we kind of hired anybody wherever they were. And we're like, the world might be like this forever.
Yeah.
These days, I think we really want teams to be kind of at least time zone aligned, or teams to be ideally co-located. So if you can have a self-contained team either in San Francisco or New York or Berlin, it's much better for the sort of like the satisfaction and health and productivity of the individual team.
Because the collaboration really benefits from when I can be like, hey, look at my laptop. Yeah. This is this. Try it out yourself, rather than being on a meeting and be like, all right, let me share my screen. Can you guys see that?
Then I gotta restart my browser.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me close Arc and open Chrome.
It's worse. You have to like schedule the time when you can just jam on something. And so, I'm not an RTO zealot, but I really do believe in kind of co-located teams.
It's beneficial.
Yeah, and sort of, that's what we're going to do. But we're growing very thoughtfully and very intentionally now. Right. Whereas I think a couple years ago, maybe there's this zero interest era, growth at any cost, just, go nuts. But no, we're growing intentionally. Yeah.
Right. Very cool. So you are working on a lot of developer experience adjacent areas of strategy. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I think we have a few key pillars. I think there's our developer experience tooling, so developer experience platform, and then there's our managed infrastructure platform. And then more recently, there's V0. Yeah. And V0, I think we probably consider our proper sort of second product. Our DX platform and managed infrastructure together, they're kind of two sides of the same coin. But we work on, a lot of dev tools. The whole idea is enable engineers to move faster with confidence, and they will be able to produce higher quality experiences. That's the DX platform. And then managed infrastructure is all about scaling that stuff and maintaining it and managing it for you. I mean, the idea that you would ever have to manually configure failover protection so that if a data center goes out and your stuff stays online, like that's crazy to me right now. And most companies in the world have to do that. So let us manage your infrastructure for you. So that's kind of two pieces. And then the other piece is all these sort of AI work streams that are spinning out of, Jared Palmer had a great idea of using LLMs to output a certain type of code a couple years ago. And V0 was born, and now it's like a very common, like, you know, text to app is almost a thing that you see everywhere. But this did not exist until kind of V0 came along. And now that's a very big business for us, big investment and a big area of focus for us. So I work on all of those things and more. I also work on like company related things that don't necessarily have, you know, a direct connection to the product.
What do you think out of the multiple items and things that you manage is going to be not necessarily the most successful, because they're most likely going to be all successful, but the most you're excited to see grow? Would it be something like the V0, like seeing the AI just continually improve and exponentially grow, or some other part of it?
Yeah, V0 is amazing, but the key thing to understand about V0 is just an app built on top of Vercel.
Yeah.
Right? So everything that Vercel has, all of our managed infrastructure, all of our primitives, all of our APIs and SDKs, everything kind of comes together to create something like V0. So yes, I'm extremely excited about V0. I'm also extremely excited about the next 1,000 V0s.
Yeah.
I really believe that the foundational substrate underneath V0 is incredibly interesting to me.
Yeah.
There's no reason in my mind why V0 and Bolt and Lovable and you know, Cursor and Windsurf and all of these other tools can't both coexist and also be powered by the underlying managed infrastructure. Right. So I'm very excited about V0. I use it every day. It's like my favorite product.
Right.
And I respect and appreciate that the thing that it's built on top of is perhaps even more exciting for me.
And I think the most interesting part that you don't even realize is you use V0 every day. You use V0. You don't think about that you're using Vercel.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's just there.
Yeah. And with our AI SDK and like the AI gateway, like these
gateway
things,
is very interesting.
These things power, right? Like, so V0, think about it as like AI infrastructure primitives, managed infrastructure primitives, this AI enablement tools like AI SDK. Like you combine all of these together and then you get something like, or you can create something like V0. But each of those pillars is massive.
Yeah.
And they're exciting.